howsoever bad it may be, the fact is it's a consequence of how globalization as far as food supplies is concerned has come unstuck due to the war and the rest of it. And India, which kind of protected its food production systems and is still a primary agricultural commodity grower more than a processor and an exporter to some extent, is in some ways, as he puts it, blessed to be out of this?
Yes, I think just to touch upon your point with COVID, I think what we saw is there was a lot of support local, right? So there were a lot of entrepreneurs that came about. There was a lot of things that were being innovated from an agri perspective. There was, a lot of produce just being, I think maybe typically that we would have imported. Now we were looking at ways to how do we make this in-house? How do we supply in-house? And I think it's a great opportunity for India to become a serious international supplier as well.
Okay, but we don't seem to be keen to, follow up on that particular aspect that you said, because our priority right now is to ensure domestic supplies and domestic prices. And that's where some of the policy actions of the government, which is raising restrictions for exports and also trying to ensure that domestic prices remain down. That's a short-term measure, but you are saying that in the long term, that is what we should aim for?
Look, I think it is where the world is right now and how India is performing in the economy as well. I think it is a great opportunity for us to establish ourselves, right? I can tell you from a manufacturing perspective for what we do, we're in the space of sustainable packaging. And as we're looking, the world is looking to de-risk from China, that we're getting a lot of inbound inquiries. It puts us on a global map.
And what are those? Can you just give us a sample so that the viewers can contextualize what you're saying?
Sure. So we basically take agricultural waste, such as wheat, rice, and sugarcane, and through a thermoforming process, convert it into packaging that is naturally biodegradable and compostable.
And
right?
This was your startup idea?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
So I started Ecoware in 2009. And we now supply the Indian Railways, Etihad Airlines. We now supply the entire country, basically Kashmir all the way down to Kerala. And we have been very authentic. So we've certified every claim we've made on our product, which has allowed us now to also operate in 16 countries globally. And that's what I mean. So now, in the last 6-7 months, what we're seeing is that we're seeing plastic bans come in across the world. Obviously, India is coming into that one on the 1st of July. And we are starting to export a lot to North America, to Europe, to the UK, and
you think the plastic ban for packaging in India is a good thing?
Of course it is. I think it's a good thing across the world. I think we need to, a lot of the conversations.
Sorry to interrupt you. Things are good, but only for the classes. What about the masses?
We've created Ecoware for the masses.
But it's expensive.
So, let me come to that.
Yeah.
So when I started
in the Indian context, I'm not talking about a supermarket here.
Agreed. I'm talking about Indian context. The Ecoware was founded as a solution to an Indian problem, right?
Yeah.
We throw all
that is disposal of waste, but I'm specifically trying to pin you down, if I may say, on the plastic ban.
So let me tell you from a cost perspective.
And if you want to ask my position on it, I'm undecided, but I get really sort of rattled by bans of any sort. But please continue.
Fair enough. So when I started, the cost differential between plastic and a product like Ecoware is 3x. And with economies of scale, we have brought that down to 10%. And as we scale even further, which is exactly what we're doing at the moment, we will be on par with what a plastic plate costs.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.